Jamison Tyone coming out to the mound, and J-Mo making his third start of the year.
And boy, did he finish strong here last year, an 0.35 ERA in the 4 September starts at Wrigley Field.
It is frigidly cold here in Chicago. The Rangers offense wasn't exactly hot coming in.
They have the fewest hits through 11 games in franchise history, 61, and fewest by 11.
Here comes the 0-1 to Semien. Fly ball, left center, playable. Happ converging with Crow Armstrong, and Happ and Crow Armstrong almost collide. Happ reaches up and pulls it down.
It's a couple of times now that there's been a near miss out there, so hopefully they can clean that up.
Seager in the air, shallow left. Swanson out. Happ in. Dansby makes the catch.
Here's Langford.
Swing and a miss.
Langford is out, and so are the Rangers. 1, 2, 3 for Tyone.
On the mound, Patrick Corbin for the Texas Rangers, making his first start of the season.
35 years old now in his 13th year in the big leagues. Recent seasons, though, it's been a rough go for the veteran lefty.
He's pitching in Jack Leiter's spot, who's on the IL with a blister.
Ian Happ leads it off.
This one in the air back of second base, and going back on it is Semien, and he makes the catch. Seager was out there with him.
This is similar to the first play the Cubs made. I know it's two different people, but shortstop, second baseman come together, and plays made by Semien.
Seiya Suzuki stands in.
Line drive, and that's out into left center field and a base hit.
A one-handed swing there from Seiya, just a flick of the wrist. He delivers that line drive to left.
Kyle Tucker, the hitter. He's had a terrific start with his new team, and he got underneath this one. Out to right field. Garcia makes the catch, 2 away.
And now it's Justin Turner, who has had very good success against Patrick Corbin. 405, 42 official at bats.
And that's out towards center field, but right to Taveras, and the inning is over. Nice job by Corbin. Jock Peterson leading it off, the DH.
On the ground, diving stop by Nico. Gets up, throws him out. Great play, Nico Horner. Those are some hands right there.
Good range, good hands. Quickly up from the belly.
Oh, next pitch. This one lined out to right field by Garcia. And so the Rangers have their first hit, their first base runner tonight.
Good job by Garcia going the other way, and you just think about if Horner doesn't make that play, it's first and third and nobody out.
Garcia running again. The pitch is high. That's ball 4. So a single and a walk, and now the Rangers in a pretty decent spot here. A couple of men on, 1 out. Great to have this man back, though, Josh Young, and coming up in a spot here where he can do some damage.
His return to the lineup today, and the first pitch he sees is tapped to the mound, knocked down by Tyone, but he can't field it cleanly. That's going to sit to the third base side of the mound and end up as an infield hit for Josh Young.
Not how Young had it written up, but he'll take it, and so will the Rangers.
So we've reached the first potentially significant moment of the game. Bases loaded, 1 down, second inning.
Jonah Heim now. And that ball hit hard, out to right. That's a base hit. Garcia's in. Here comes Smith. He'll score. Young heads to third. He's in there. And Jonah Heim drives in the first 2 runs of the night.
Great 2-strike hitting right here. He gets a pitch that he can handle. It looks like a cutter. It just doesn't cut enough. Jonah goes out and gets it, scores 2. And Josh Young, a great job of running right there from first base, getting to third.
Leody Taveras is the batter. And the first pitch on the way. High fly ball, right side foul. Might be playable for either Horner or Turner. And Turner makes the catch right over near the railing at the far end of the first base dugout.
Nice play by Turner for the second out.
A 2-2 pitch on the way to Semien. Pop fly right side. Very playable for Turner. The first baseman in foul territory makes the catch to end the inning, but the Rangers score twice. Dansby Swanson will lead off this second inning. Let's see if the Cubs can answer right back.
Drilled left field. That one back on its way. Gone! Home run, Dansby Swanson.
And Swanson with his 4th home run. Nice to see that power from the Cubs shortstop.
Dansby gets this little cutter up in the zone and hammers this ball down the line for a long home run. What a nice swing by Dansby.
And now Pete Crow Armstrong. And that one hit up the middle. Seager couldn't flag it down. That'll be a base hit.
Pete Crow Armstrong at first base, and you know he's going to be running. Cubs ran at will yesterday. I would expect Pete Crow Armstrong to take off here soon.
Matt Shaw, the batter.
There goes the runner. That's outside. Throw down to second. No shot into center. PCA racing for third. He's 5 for 5 in the stolen base department.
Way outside, he walked him. So the Cubs have men at first and third.
And that is high. Ball 4. So back-to-back walks to the 8th and 9th place hitters in the lineup.
Bags loaded with 1 away. Ian Happ popped out his first time.
2-1. And that's lined to short, caught by Seager. What a play. Just enough to get up and get that little snow cone appropriately tonight.
So it's up to Seiya.
This is a good matchup for Suzuki. He's single his first AB.
The 2-1. Line drive, left field, base hit. Coming in is PCA, Shaw on his heels, and it's a 2-run single for Seiya Suzuki, and just like that, the Cubs have the lead.
Big swing of the bat for Seiya and the Cubs. He does get something inside. Seiya gets the head of the bat out to it. It hooks this ball down the left field line. 2-run single for Suzuki. Second hit of the ball game for Seiya.
It's Wyatt Langford now. This guy just 23 years old. Good-looking young player.
And that ball swung on. That's belted deep out to left. And that one is gone. Langford into the bleachers and left, and he's tied this game at 3.
Wyatt Langford with his 4th home run of the season.
Taillon leaves a slider up here over the inner half of the plate, and Langford barreled it up. That's easily halfway up that section.
That was a big-time mistake, and Wyatt Langford did not miss.
Josh Young now 1 for 1 tonight in his return. He has 4 hits and 8 at-bats already.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Second strikeout of the night for Jamison. Comes on this sweeper.
Swing and a miss. Taillon gets Heim.
1, 2, 3 for Taillon. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Pete Crow Armstrong will try to crank up a Cubs rally.
On the ground to the right side. Smith up with it. Throw gets away. Got to be a hit. So PCA's 2 for 2. Pete Crow Armstrong on the move, and he dives in. And he's got another stolen base, his 2nd of the night. And the Cubs now on the season are 23 of 24.
It's a catcher's nightmare right there when that guy gets on base.
Happ with an RBI opportunity here. A runner at second, 2 down.
1 pitch. Bouncer, third base. Young, very sure-handed. Gloves, throws, and gets the final out of the inning.
So no runs despite the leadoff single.
New man on the mound for the Rangers to begin the bottom of the 5th inning. Jacob Webb, a right-hander, and he starts off Seiya Suzuki.
Line drive out of the right center field, and that's a base hit. Seiya's 3 for 3. So now an opportunity for Kyle Tucker. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into right center field. So he's now been on base 13 straight games.
Now the Cubs have 2 men on, nobody out, with Turner at the plate.
Line drive, base hit, right field. And they'll hold Suzuki at third. So 3 straight hits, and they are loaded up for Dansby Swanson. A chance, a golden opportunity for the Cubs. 1-1. Swing and a fly ball center field. Going back is Taveras. Tagging at third, Suzuki. Seiya coming in to score. Tucker will advance. Racing down to second is Turner, and he dives in. It's a sac fly, and it's 4-3.
And Nico Horner will stand in. He's 0 for 2.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center, and that's going to score both of them. How about Nico Horner? RBI single, and the Cubs enjoying a 6-3 lead.
Yeah, the hits just keep coming for the Cubs. A broken bat base hit here. And it's hit number 9 for the Cubs tonight.
8 singles and a homer.
Jamison Taillon with the lead now. Wyatt Langford leads off.
That's pulled right down the line for extra bases. Langford's fast. He takes an aggressive turnaround first, hustling to second, and he is just in there with a leadoff double.
Peterson swings and misses. He got fooled on maybe the best breaking ball that Taillon has thrown tonight.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Smith is gone.
Damon's feeling it.
Taillon with the punch out. 6 strong innings tonight from big Jamison Taillon.
Suzuki with a perfect night. He had singled 3 times, and now he draws a walk.
Tucker coming up.
Out in the left center field. That's pretty well struck. And that'll touch down and bang up against the wall. Tucker's into second. They'll hold up Suzuki. Kyle Tucker, stay hot.
I'm just running out of words to describe this guy. It's just incredible what he's doing.
And that's up and in. Ball 4. They're loaded.
A chance to bust this thing wide open right here.
There's a swing and a drive out to center field. Taveras is angling back, and he'll make the catch. Cubs loaded him up, but they leave him loaded. Julian Merriweather is a new pitcher for Chicago. Merriweather's first pitch, and that's pulled right down the line for a fair ball and extra bases for Young. He pedals to second base, and he has 2 hits tonight. So it's great to have Josh Young back in the lineup.
Welcome back, Youngle Cat. I'll be up to Leote.
And Leote goes after the first pitch, sends it down the left field line. That one drops in, fair ball, and it takes a wild hop over Happ. Young is in. Taveras has great speed. He's to third, and they'll stop him there. An RBI triple, and it's 6-4.
Leote with the huge hit, drives in the run here, and this ball cuts right down the third base line, stays fair, and takes the big hop, which turns the double into a triple.
And now Marcus Semien, and there's a bouncing ball right side. It'll get the run home. Warner throws over to first. They get Marcus, but he picks up the RBI, and it's a one-run game. 6-5 the score.
We go to the 8th inning. It's a nail-biter.
Hodge got that final out last inning and stays in.
And the batter now will be Josh Smith.
Here's the 2-2 chop toward third. Birdie to his right. He's got it. Sets and throws. Safe at first base is Josh Smith.
And the Rangers have a base runner in the 8th inning. Young, the batter, and he shoots that one out to right field. Tucker toward the line, and he doesn't get it. It drops in, fair ball. Smith around third. They still haven't found the baseball. Smith scores to tie it, and Young all the way to third. What a stroke of luck for the Rangers. That's a tough play for Tucker, and the Rangers have tied it in the 8th.
Welcome back, Josh Young. Now the go-ahead run is at third.
Rangers trying to pull off a miracle tonight.
Here comes. Struck him out. Hodge fans Heim. But the Rangers tie things up. And Chris Martin, the former Cub, will take over.
Yeah, the big right-hander has pitched 6 times already.
Happ drills one. Out towards right center field. Garcia is there. It's over his head. And Happ into second.
And that's just a whiff. What a huge break for the Cubs.
They call that a 2-base error. And an opportunity for Seiya Suzuki.
And that's strike 3 called. Suzuki down looking, 1 away. And now Tucker intentionally walked, take the bat out of his hands. That is a no-brainer.
Yes.
And now John Birdie, who had just come in to play third base. Bouncer, third base, and it's off of Young. Seager is there to back it up. The bases are loaded.
Just handcuffs Young. Luckily, he does get a glove on it here, and it slows it down so Seager can back it up and doesn't allow the go-ahead run to score, but a little bit of a tough inning defensively for the Rangers here.
Dansby's been up with the bases loaded now 3 times. Line drive, slicing into right field, base hit. Haps in to score. Tucker on his heels. Dansby, Swanson delivers. 8-6 Cubs in the 8th. 2 aboard, 1 out. Here it comes. There go the runners. Pitches in there for called strike 3. And on the double steal, it is successful. 2 more bags for the Cubs. And Nico Hoerner strikes out for just the 2nd time this year.
And so here comes Bruce Bochy. It looks like he'll bring in Hobie Milner to face Pete Crow Armstrong. So Martin done, hurt by 2 errors behind him.
Birdie's at third, Swanson's at second. Line drive, base hit left field. Swanson around third. Throw to the plate is cut off.
And now in a rundown and being tagged out is Pete Crow Armstrong, but he picks up a couple of RBIs. So the Cubs have broken it open. A very unusual 8th inning. 2 runs scored on the play. We're going to go to the 9th inning. Cubs on top 10-6.
Ryan Presley, 9th inning man for the Cubs. 0-2. Rangers down to their final strike.
On the ground. Hoerner to Bush. Ball game. Cubs win. And the Cubs red hot as they improve to 9-5.